This story comes from Politico. Biden administration to pharmacies. Refusing to fill contraception and abortion pill prescriptions could break federal law. So this is part of an executive order that Biden signed, pressured pretty hard by Democrats to sign this executive order. Whether or not this actually does anything or has any effect will remain to be seen. But what this does is it sets up a legal fight between the Department of Justice and federal officials and these states.
Yeah.
Because these pills, these medicines, these are regulated by the FDA.
Yeah.
And if they are FDA approved and your doctor prescribes them, and then the state says you can't have them, we now have a federal versus state showdown.
Right, yeah.
Which will certainly make its way up the chain to the courts.
And then they'll
where it will
choose
lose.
The states.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to happen.
100%.
But you got to have the fight.
You've got to fight.
You got to have the fight.
Never let it go.
Fight. And you know, we wind up with this sort of, there's ways to stall, right? And I think that's what they're trying to do in any way that they can.
Yeah.
Is they're just trying to stall and trying to keep rights as long as they possibly can in some of these places. They're trying to do it in multiple different states. There's already some fights going on in some of these states back and forth where one judge says yes, one judge says no, one judge says yes, one judge says no. So they're already trying to just do their best to keep as much rights as possible. But it's going to be an uphill battle until something happens on a federal level that can, you know, maybe legalize abortion. But, you know, we are in a position right now where that does not look possible with the current climate that we have. It's just not possible.
I don't.
So there's already anti-choicers in the House. There's not enough to stop it, but there's plenty of Democrat anti-choicers that would fight against it. And there's enough in the Senate
that it's a dead deal.
That it's a dead deal. And it's dead deal anyway because of the filibuster period, but it's a dead deal even if you could get rid of the filibuster, it's probably a dead deal anyway. You still probably wouldn't even have the votes even if you did have people on board with the filibuster. You just don't. You just have such a razor thin margin for the tiniest things. It's just impossible.
It is.
So you're in a bad way right now, but you know, you got to keep trying to fight, and I think that's what they're just doing is just trying to do what they can.
And I think you've got to keep creating, to your point, the fight is important because you've got to keep creating bottlenecks and roadblocks and legal challenges and barriers every day that somebody is fighting for women's rights, somebody is able to get medical care that they need.
One more person.
So like it might be a stalling tactic, but let's fucking stall.
You know, like
if there's fucking hordes at the gate and I know they are eventually going to overwhelm me, I don't open the gate and say, well, fuck it. Let's die Tuesday instead of Friday.
Yeah.
I'll die Friday, thank you.
Yeah.
Like stall, like everything you can, because there's some 10-year-old girl in Ohio that needs a fucking abortion.
And then there's people all across the state that need help right now, and they need to get it as soon as they can. And if you put a kibosh on it and just give up, then they don't get any of the help.
And there might be a variety of unique legal challenges. One of the things that's interesting is that, you know, a law has, if in order for something, and I'm not a fucking law talking guy, but it seems to me that in order for something to go up to the Supreme Court, they have to make a ruling, and that ruling is based on the constitutionality, of course, right? That's the Supreme Court's job. So sometimes the courts are reluctant to make certain decisions because they necessarily lead to other decisions. Yeah. And so there may be unique legal challenges here where they might say, hey, look, the states have no right to regulate this kind of federal activity. Right. And the Supreme Court might say, shit, we don't want to open that up because it opens up this other bigger can of worms.
That's always a problem, right? Yeah.
And so,
because it could lead to something else.
Right. Yeah. So that sort of legal domino effect.
Although I don't think any of those people are that smart.
Dude, I don't know, man.
I don't think they're that smart.
They feel strategic.
Do they?
The Supreme Court feels to me really strategic.
Okay.
If they do.
Okay.
They feel evil.
Yeah.
But like they do feel.
I just don't. When I look at certain justices, I think they're not smart enough. Like when I look at Brett Kavanaugh, I don't think he's strategic. I think he's voting with his. When I look at Amy Coney Barrett, I think she's just voting for.
I do too.
So those two, but it might be that there's more strategy. For
somebody else is probably driving the strategy,
smarter.
Right?
But I don't think that either of those. When I look at either of those, I think they look like the id of the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah. I do. I think that I feel the same read that you feel. I think that those guys are just shills.
Yeah.
They're just fucking legal hack political shill motherfuckers who, by the way, can't eat at Mortons.
Right. Good.
Yeah, good. Like, can we talk about that Mortons
real
thing?
quick.
Yeah.
Fuck Mortons.
Fuck Mortons
Fuck
too.
Mortons. Yeah.
I'll never go to a Mortons.
I went years ago. It was very, very boring.
Fuck Mortons.
So, yeah.
So if you guys didn't follow this, like Brett Kavanuagh went to Morton's Steakhouse and protesters found out he was at the steakhouse. They showed up outside the steakhouse.
Outside the steakhouse.
Right. Where they have a right to protest.
Outside the steakhouse.
Yep. And they protested.
Nobody came in and spit on his food. Nobody flipped his table over.
Right.
Nobody lit the building
threatened his
on
life.
fire. They literally just stood outside and they protested.
Yep. But they made him feel the big feels, which good.
He got the big frown that he had when he was like shake crying when they were talking about his beer or whatever. And
just fucking Tobin and Squee were there at his table and they weren't able to save him.
They weren't able to eat the au jus or something, whatever.
And so, but
He had to
Morton's
leave out the back.
He did. He had to escape out the back without dessert.
His cheesecake, his Mile High cheesecake, he couldn't eat or whatever. Yeah.
And Morton's came out and said everybody has the right to enjoy a nice dinner in privacy.
No, they don't.
And they shouldn't have happened. And I was like, fuck you. What are you talking about?
No, they don't.
What do you mean? We don't have a right to privacy, asshole.
They took it away.
You literally took that away. That's why the protesters are here.
They took it away. They took it away already. So fuck you.
Yep.
Like live with what you did.
Yes.
You know, you're the one who's saying there's no privacy. Well, then fucking live with that.
Yes.
Oh, what you don't like it when somebody fucking interrupts your dinner? Too fucking bad.
What, you don't like when people interfere with the function of your life that should be your own personal
it's
fucking
your own
business?
decision. I'm messing with your decision on where you want to eat.
Sorry.
Oh, is your decision some kind of holy thing? Fuck you. Fuck you. Never enjoy a good meal again. Fuck you.
I genuinely
make his life miserable. Don't check him out. When they come in, when he comes into your place, don't check him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
doing it at fucking Walgreens. Do it somewhere else, right?
Yep.
When is there ever like one of these moments where like somebody actually like does it for like principles of how bad a person is?
I know, man.
It's always like, oh, well, my religion. I'd be like, no, you're an asshole. That's why I'm not checking you out.
That's it.
It doesn't have anything to do with me. It has everything to do with you.
Yep.
Fuck you. Fuck you personally. Fuck you.
I just 100%, man. We should tweet out everywhere these people are at. Everywhere.
There's a Twitter account that popped up that said, we will send you, if you find them, we will send you like $100 Visa gift card.
Good.
Tell us where they're at. If it's confirmed, you get $100 Visa gift card.
A.
Put bounties on it.
Any one of these six.
Because guess what they're doing in Texas?
Thank you. Yes.
Right?
Yep.
That's what they're doing in Texas. When someone makes a decision to do something, they immediately have some random asshole could be like, I'm going to sue the Uber driver. I'm going to sue the guy over here. I'm going to sue this person, that person, this person. They could sue a bunch of people with bounties. Well, hey, if somebody happens to fucking have a bounty, Supreme Court said that was fine.
Look, dickheads, there's no right to eat at Morton's anywhere written in the fucking Constitution.
I didn't see it in there.
I'm sorry.
Nothing in there.
You shouldn't be able to drive anywhere for groceries, take a vacation, check into a hotel, go to a fucking dinner. You should not be able to leave your house.
If Brett Kavanaugh's behind you in traffic, you should get out of your car and sit on the fucking hood.
Fucking A, dude.
You should get out of your car and sit on the hood.
All six of those motherfuckers, and I genuinely, truly, if you ever see them anywhere, tweet it out.
Yeah.
Immediately tweet it out. Everybody should blast where these fuckers are at every moment of the day. They should be able to do nothing privately.
Until they change their mind on privacy.
Yep.
Once you change your mind on privacy,
then I'll respect yours.
I'll respect you. But it turns out that you took so much privacy away from over 50% of the people in this country. So why should I care?
Yep.
Why should I convince me to care by changing your decision?
Let's pass a fucking amendment.
Yeah.
That says we have a fucking right to privacy.
And that's the thing is like, watch what happens though. Someone's going to pass a law that's going to make it so that you can't like talk about these people or protest these people or go to their houses or whatever, like they were doing. They're going to make a law to protect these guys. They're going to do some kind of law or something. And if it shows up in front of them, they're already motivated to vote for it. How can they even be unbiased about that if it shows up in front of them?
I know.
Right?
But the one good thing about something like the internet is it can be pretty fucking hard to figure out who's tweeting some stuff out.
Yeah.
With like a fucking bot account and a VPN.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you. That's who.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, man, I completely agree. Fuck those people.
Yep.
Fuck those people. Until they instill back into our government right to privacy, they shouldn't get
That's it. Why should you have a right I don't have?
I agree.
Fucking equal shit for everybody.
Sorry, man. You're not gonna be able to enjoy your fucking medium well steak. Oh well.
All 6 of them eat it with ketchup.
You know 100% they overcooked it at Morton's. You know they overcooked it.
Yep.
You know they came out.
And they used some garbagey seasoned salt.
Overcooked, and it was fucking full of like weird, like it tastes like somebody smoked in the room or something. It's gonna have that flavor where you're like, wow, what is that?
Fucking acrid.
What is that? Lemon pepper on there? What did you do? Send it back.